Lunch at work. What's up, social world? ¿Qué tal, mundo social? Mr. Mom here with another video regarding lunch at work. How many of you actually take lunch to work? And how many of you buy lunch to work, which is like the majority? Raise your hand. I don't. I take my lunch to work. I've always done that. Very rare do I buy lunch at work, and when I do, usually because I have a coupon, I ran out of an ingredient, and usually it has to be under $5 that I spend. But I know that the average person spends about $8 to $9 to $10 on lunch every day, 5 days a week, 4 weeks a month. $10 a day is about $250 a month. Even if you cut it down to 5, that's $125. That's still, quite a bit. That eats into your budget quite a bit. What could you do with an extra $250? Well, let's put it this way. What could you do with an extra $200? Because you still have to buy lunch. Now me, I usually take sandwiches. Yes, it's boring, but all it does is sustain me, and that's all I care about. Substance to fill me. I enjoy eating, at home kind of a thing. So ham, cheese, wheat bread, mayonnaise, touch of mustard. That's me. That doesn't matter. Now, if I'm at a job that has a refrigerator, I get lazy at home making sandwiches. And a lot of you, that's why you don't take your lunch to work, because you get lazy on preparing it. So what do? I buy the loaf of bread, the mayonnaise, mustard, cheese, the ham, everything, everything I need for my sandwich. I take all the ingredients, take them to work. I make my sandwiches at work. People laugh at me, but not really laughing at me. They just think, that's hilarious. Then they think about it. Then they see that they spend $10 or more on their lunch. Mine is costing probably less than $2. Then they go, I should do that. That's really smart. Worst case scenario, if you're cooking, you're cooking at home and you're serving dinner. As soon as you're serving dinner, have plates that you're going to serve and your tupper for the next day. Get that tupper right there and then. Because later on you won't want to do it. You'll forget, you get lazy, you won't do it. So when you're serving the dinner, for you and the family, or even just for you, for example, grab a plate, you grab a tupper, and you serve both. Boom. Your lunch for the next day is ready. You know what I mean? It's done. Or for future meals that I talked about before in a different post. For future meals. But that's basically what you got to do to save the money. $200 a month extra is quite a bit. If you add drinking the coffee at work instead of getting the Starbucks every day, you're adding at least another $100 on top of that. At least. Go to Costco, get those big old thing of Frappuccinos, the bottle of Frappuccinos to satisfy you. I know it won't satisfy most of you because most of you get those big old grande que la chingada things. You spend way too much. Thank goodness I'm allergic to coffee. You know what I mean? Because that would be, I'd probably try to get one of those fresh grinder machines and stuff like that. That's the thing to think about, is do, an internal fundraiser at work, internal fundraisers, and buy a very nice and expensive, hopefully self-cleaning coffee machine. I know when I was at work previously, the coffee drinkers, it was always the problem is who's going to clean the coffee maker. That was always a thing. Who's gonna clean the coffee maker? Now, usually the job site, the workplace, provided a basic coffee maker, and they would replace it, eventually, but not always. But that was always a thing. Create a schedule at work. Who's going to clean the kitchen or the break room, whatever you want to call it, and that has to be included in there. Is taking out the grounds and taking out or putting the pot into the dishwasher to get washed for the next day. So if you do a fundraiser at work, talk to your employer and see if they agree with it, a dress down for $1 kind of a thing. There's different ways of doing it. And see if your employer will split the cost, maybe. It's a good possibility. Or if they're not willing to do that, it's okay, it's not a problem. Just do the fundraiser a couple times, raise the money for it, and then locate a local business that's willing to give you a discount. Have them sponsor it, put their stickers on it, whatever, their business logo, whatever they want to put on it. Let them put that on there. Referral code, whatever they want, and get a discount on that. But anyway, between lunch and coffees nowadays, it's about $35 a day. That's because I see people buy a coffee in the morning and a coffee in the afternoon. And those coffees are what, $6-7 nowadays? That's expensive. Just get a coffee maker. Or get an expensive one at home. And people who have these ones that ground the beans and do a single or double cup of coffee right there on the spot, those people are usually pretty happy. They love those machines because they say it tastes so good, and so all you're doing is spending on the beans, and then you could treat yourself to different kinds of beans. You could go for expensive beans because one bag costs $10-15, will give you, 20 cups of coffee, I'm assuming. I don't know, I'm not a coffee drinker. Even if it's 10 cups of coffee, it's still cheaper than buying the coffee at Starbucks or Dutch Brothers, whatever places you want a coffee shop. Save yourself some money, folks. Get yourself some kind of system going to where you can save money and treat yourself on one day of the week, like Fridays. That's the best thing you could do. Just treat yourself one day, or start off slowly, once a week, twice a week, get used to it. But anyway, I'm not going on too long on this. Save yourself some money, take lunch to work, and bring your own coffee or soda, whatever. Don't forget to comment below, let me know how you save money at work, and subscribe, like that button please, and share with your friends.